From WBNG, the Southern Tier's #1 local news. This is 12 News at 11.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for 12 News at 11. I'm Zach Grady. We begin tonight with breaking news out of Broome County. Shortly after 8:30 p.m. this evening, authorities responded to a report of someone falling into the river at 100 Riverside Drive in Johnson City. According to one Broome County official, a woman had fallen into the Susquehanna River, and a water rescue operation soon followed. 12 News crews on scene noted that Johnson City Fire, Vestal EMS, among others, were present, and that the female was successfully pulled out of the river before rescue boats were deployed. Turning now to a major development out of Pennsylvania. Danilo Cavalcanti, the convicted murderer who eluded authorities for nearly 2 weeks following a daring escape from a Pennsylvania prison last year, has pled guilty to multiple charges stemming from his escape and criminal activities he committed while on the run. Today marked just the 1 day shy of 1 year since Cavalcanti escaped from Chester County Prison, scaling a wall and maneuvering past a razor wire fence in the process. A manhunt for Cavalcanti ended 13 days later when he was captured in a heavily wooded area in Chester County. Cavalcanti was already serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole for the murder of his ex-girlfriend. Now he will serve an additional 15 to 30 years in a state correctional institution due to burglary, persons not to possess a firearm, and escape charges. And in Tompkins County, the Ithaca Police Department is searching for the suspected gunman in a shooting that took place this afternoon. Ithaca police officers arrived on West Buffalo Street around 12:30, where they located a victim who had sustained a non-life-threatening gunshot wound, who was then transported to a trauma center. The suspect fled the scene before the officers arrived, but the department notes that this does not appear to be a random act. Anyone who may have information is asked to contact the Ithaca Police Department by either of the methods that you see on your screen at a moment. And now we check on the weather. We head over to meteorologist Connor Thompson for our first look at the forecast. And Connor, I know there is a first alert day in the future as well.
Yeah, there is, and it's unfortunate that's starting on the beginning of Labor Day weekend here. But the good news is the rest of the weekend's looking rather nice, but we got to get through tomorrow. First, cloudy skies across the region right now, and the wider view, yeah, there's that cold front, and it's slowly moving its way on closer to the region. Expect a few maybe prefrontal showers heading into tomorrow morning, but most of the activity, I'll describe when that will be coming up in just a bit here. But temperatures right now, mid-60s, holding steady. Temperatures haven't really fluctuated a lot today. High unofficially when I last checked was 65. The low was 62, so we didn't really rise all that much today, and you can see those temperatures remaining in the 60s and upper 50s. Severe weather outlook for tomorrow, showing that slight risk of severe weather all across our region, and then the excessive rainfall outlook, showing a slight risk from spots in Vestal, Appalachian, Whitney Point, over towards Owego, Newark Valley, Waverly, Sayre, and Bradford County. Yeah, that 10 to 20% risk. The rest of us, 5 to 10. I'll let you know when those storms will arrive, and I'll let you know just how nice the rest of the Labor Day weekend will be coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Connor. The Dick's House of Sport location in Johnson City hosted its tailgate takeover earlier on Friday. The event celebrated the kickoff to the football season here in the Southern Tier. The Dick's Sporting Goods Company was founded right here in the Binghamton area, so they wanted to bring in the season in a big way right here in its home community. The night featured food trucks next to the turf, some soccer lessons for young Southern Tier stars, and a 32-team cornhole tournament. 12 News spoke with Michael Wenner, the event coordinator at the Dick's House of Sport, about the love that they have for giving back to the community.
We believe that sports have the opportunity to change lives, and this is where it all started 76 years ago, so we really want to give back to the community where it all started.
Also on hand, NFL Super Bowl champion and New York Giants Ring of Honor member Amani Toomer. The wideout signed autographs for the Big Blue fans and took a few Ussies as well. And ahead of the Labor Day weekend, Governor Kathy Hochul announced nearly $150 million awarded to expand public access to swimming in underserved communities, included here in the Southern Tier. Over $230,000 of that funding is headed towards the city of Binghamton to renovate the pool at Rec Park. Improvements will include a full deck replacement, the relocation of admissions, the installation of drainage and regraded pathways. There will also be a gated kiddie pool access and the installation of a picnic area at the pool in Binghamton. In Delaware County, the village of Walton is receiving $500,000 from this grant that will go towards the renovation of the John Jack Kelly Memorial Pool, including replacing the pool decking, piping, drainage, and the kiddie pool. In a statement on the funding, the governor said, quote, "There is a clear need and demand for reliable and accessible swimming facilities, and these programs will enhance the health and well-being of communities and families all across the state." One of the biggest debates raging in the classrooms around the country is whether students should have access to their cell phones while at school. Now lawmakers are wading into this debate, with 12 states banning or incentivizing a ban on phones in the classroom. One of those states is Virginia, where Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin just signed an executive order set to take effect in the new year. Meg Oliver explains how the pilot programs are working in that state.
Good morning, everyone.
Each morning, these middle schoolers begin their day with a lesson in restraint.
I'm not worried about the notifications I'm getting and who's texting me or what's going on social media.
That must be a nice break.
Yeah, definitely.
Jasmine Anderson is an 8th grader at Martin Luther King Jr. Middle School in Richmond. They're piloting Yonder pouches to lock up cell phones and store them in a supervised backpack. Jasmine Armistead teaches 8th grade English.
When you first started this, you put the phone in the pouch and you gave it back to the student.
Yes.
How did that work?
It didn't. It didn't work. No, it didn't really work because they were always messing with the pouch.
Trying to open it.
Trying to break in it because, again, they're teenagers.
Principal Annette Dabney says removing phones from the hands of her 500 students is the only solution.
The engagement is up. SOL test scores are up, which is fantastic. Disruption to classes are down. Teachers are able to teach.
A recent study found that 95% of teens own a cell phone, and kids can receive up to 500 notifications a day, many during school hours. And more than half of students spend at least 43 minutes on their phone at school, roughly the same amount of time as a class period.
We were going to do something.
Virginia's Glenn Youngkin is the latest governor to issue an executive order. He's requiring districts to limit or ban cell phones by January 1st. Many are already piloting programs.
As a parent, did you ever text any of your kids when they were in high school, or did your wife?
I'm sure we did.
We're all guilty.
I'm sure we did. And I think this is part of meeting some of parents' concerns. I mean, the basic concern that a pickup time has changed or a doctor's appointment has changed, those are the kinds of, I think, very practical concerns that need to be put in place.
How many snaps do you typically get during the school day?
1 million.
Cell phones are going in the pouch.
At Huguenot High School across town, they're taking a different, less restrictive approach. Students turn their phones in during class, but can use them between periods and at lunch.
It feels much better because at least I can see my phone. And if I really need it, I could just go up and get it.
Last year, the school tried Yonder pouches, but ran into problems and switched to this plan with input from students.
It just feels like almost refreshing being able to just not have a worry of friends texting you, just being able to focus on the teacher and what they're teaching.
Michael Massa is the principal here.
Why not take the phones away for the entire school day, give them a break to learn?
That is something that we have found really dysregulates our students.
Some people are going to look at this and say, you're too soft. What do you say to that?
I think that saying that you're soft or hard on something is not really helpful in education. What we are is we're mindful, and we lead with love in our school, and we want to make sure first and foremost that our students are prepared and equipped to learn.
A lesson and law everyone is learning to live with. For Eye on America, Meg Oliver, Richmond, Virginia.
And school here in the Southern Tier is just around the corner. 12 News wants to make sure students are prepared to go back to school with our annual backpack drive. You can drop off a backpack at the Serve Pro on Conklin Ave in Binghamton, Enwell Family Physicians, Hatala Orthodontics, and some Tioga State Bank locations. Backpacks will then be distributed from Catholic Charities Food Pantry in Binghamton. For more details on how you can get involved in this initiative, please visit our website at WBNG.com. And staying on the topic of education, coming up here still on 12 News at 11, controversial book banning laws in the state of Florida are no longer going unchallenged, as the state now faces a lawsuit from a high-profile publisher. But before we go anywhere, we take a live look at downtown Binghamton. Meteorologist Connor Thompson has the latest forecast after the break here at 11.
Right now at the Matthews Import Center, save big on a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles from every major brand. Every used vehicle at Matthews has been carefully inspected and is priced to sell with flexible financing options, including our popular Fresh Start financing. See our full selection at the Matthews Import Center in Vestal.
Heaven's Best Carpet Cleaning stands above the competition. From carpet cleaning to upholstery, hardwood floors, tile, grout, and marble shining, we'll always provide the best quality clean. And we can provide our painting services to brighten your home. For divine results, Heaven's Best is the place to call.
Heaven's Best Carpet Cleaning, cleaner carpet and upholstery.
Washington Media Scholars Foundation, proudly celebrating over 15 years of empowering college students through scholarships, career opportunities, and industry connections. Compete for over $150,000 in scholarships and an all-expense-paid networking trip to Washington, D.C. Connect with top media companies, enhance your media skills, and advance your career. Visit mediascholars.org to learn more.
This month at the newly remodeled Matthews Nissan, lease the Rogue SV all-wheel drive, Motor Trend's #1 compact SUV, just $399 per month for 36 months with zero do-it signing, or lease the 24 Altima SV with Nissan Safety Shield and more for $349 per month, also with zero do-it signing at Matthews Nissan in Vestal or MatthewsNissan.com.
The cornerstone of Investigate TV is investigative journalism. We want to get answers. We want to teach you something.
We always try to give viewers a takeaway, something they can learn from a story.
What is the solution here? Every story we air, we strive to be able to show that.
There are things that affect our homes, that affect our families, that affect our health, that we are learning every day from these stories.
Do you think people are dying?
Should this be better regulated? Should I be concerned? Do you recall when you became aware of that law?
The beauty of this show is that we have a team of reporters all across the country.
From very diverse backgrounds.
The public has a right to know. How big of a problem is that?
Should they be revoking these certifications?
I think viewers are looking for something different, something fresh, something that feels helpful to them.
And it allows us to tell the best of the best stories and show them to you every day.
Thank you for staying with us here at 11. Several top-selling authors and major publishing companies are now suing the state of Florida over a controversial law that led to the banning of hundreds of books. Christiane Benavides tells us about the claims that are being made in the lawsuit.
On 16-year-old Jack Hayes' bookshelf, you'll find books that may no longer be available in some Florida classrooms.
Ooh, Slaughterhouse-5.
His mother, Judy, said the Florida law restricting certain books in school libraries is hurting Jack's ability to learn.
We're not talking about Playboy magazine, we're talking about Anna Karenina.
The Hayes are part of a lawsuit filed Thursday by Penguin Random House and several other companies that argues the law violates the First Amendment and created a regime of strict censorship in schools. Right now, any county resident can challenge books over their sexual content. That book must be removed within 5 school days and remain unavailable until the objection is resolved. Classics that have been pulled include Maya Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings and Ernest Hemingway's For Whom the Bell Tolls.
It is not protecting children.
Author Lori Howes Anderson's book, Speak, about sexual assault, was removed.
Parents can say, no, I don't want my child to read that. That's their choice for their kid. But what they don't have the right to do is to decide for other people's children.
The lawsuit names the Florida Board of Education as a defendant. They called it a stunt. Not named is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who championed the law.
They try to say that this is, quote, banning books. But what you have in a school, you have to make judgments about what's appropriate or not.
Jack Hayes said politics should not play a role in his education.
If a student wants to read, they should be able to read that book.
A Florida Department of Education spokesperson said there are no book bans in Florida. But PEN America, a free speech organization, said there have been more than 3,000 books challenged across 11 school districts in Florida between 2021 and 2023. That's more than anywhere else in the country. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Orlando.
Take a time out now to check in on the weather, and meteorologist Connor Thompson joining us once again for our look at our forecast. Connor, what can we expect here over the holiday weekend?
Yeah, not a great start, but a great end is what we're expecting for the holiday weekend. Let's get right into it. You see satellite and radar quiet here locally, a few clouds. Temperatures won't really drop all that much overnight, but I think up to the wider view, this is what we're worried about. This is why we have First Alert Weather Day in effect for tomorrow. This nice little line of showers and storms, seeing some lightning strikes associated with this as well up into Canada. As that continues to make its way on eastward, that's going to cause us to start seeing some significant weather issues, and severe storms are possible. Not guaranteed for everyone, but they are possible here across the area. The timing-wise, still right around that 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock range tomorrow afternoon and into the evening. And as we look at the rainfall possibilities, there is a chance here we could see this drop a bit. Most miles now showing maybe 0.3 of an inch. I'm hesitant to go that far low on that, but 0.5 inch to an inch still seems very possible. And also possible to get caught in those slower moving thunderstorms. Higher amounts, especially in localized areas, are very likely. Wind gusts, of all the threats we're going to see with this system with severe weather, those are the biggest threats, the winds. Severe weather outlook here shows that slight risk of severe weather across the region. Again, on a scale of 1 to 5, that's a 2, so 15 to 29% chance that somewhere in this area, within 25 miles of a point, we will see severe weather. Also, additionally, this is excessive rainfall outlook. 10 to 20% chance here as we head out further west, spots like Vestal, even the city of Binghamton underneath it, Wego, Waverly, Sayre, even Athens. Yeah, we're going to be dealing with that as we head into tomorrow. The rest of the region, east of Binghamton, we are looking at marginal risk of 5 to 10% chance. So a lot of activity potentially happening tomorrow. So let's take a look at the weather threats. Again, heavy rain and damaging winds. Two threats we're really looking at here. The heavy rain mainly going to be in that slight risk area. Damaging wind will be all across our viewing region. Future tracks showing cloudy skies overnight. That's okay. Maybe a few showers popping up early. The good news is we're not going to see much of the way of any sunshine, which the more sunshine we see, the more likely it is to destabilize the atmosphere. That could cause some concerns for severe weather. Luckily, we don't have that. We're looking at a lot of cloud cover that will inhibit a lot of destabilization. We are dealing with a lot of shear, though, and that will cause some minor issues, especially when we are looking at the potential of some severe weather. You see around 6 o'clock, showers and storms moving across the region from Route 17 all the way up to the I-88 corridor, and those showers will remain as we head towards Saturday night. But the good news is, look what happens as we head towards Sunday, folks. Sunshine, and a lot of it after some early morning showers. And that sunshine, it sticks around. It does get much cooler, though. Sunday into Monday, we are looking at a very weak cold front. Going to be moisture-starved, but it's going to allow us to see some Arctic air. Yeah, that's right, Arctic air coming in from Canada. Give us 65 on Monday, 68 on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, mid-70s. Maybe some slight shower chances on Friday, 72. But overall, not a bad week once we get past tomorrow.
All right, meteorology. Yeah, I'm not even going to try anymore. Winter versus summer. What is the difference between that and the calendar versus winter and summer?
Yeah, so for meteorological fall, it's 3-month periods for the meteorological falls. It just keeps it easier for meteorologists. And then the astronomical is just when the sun hits certain spots of the Earth.
So it's like how Thanksgiving is different days in Canada versus never mind. Bad joke. We head to the gridiron next, and we head to the sports desk. We hit the turf with the Blue Devils. Still ahead here at 10. The reigning 8-man champs are getting ready to christen in a brand new home. We hear from the team as part of our preseason playbooks.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Returning lessees can now lease a Ford F-150 for just $299 a month for 24 months, only at your local Ford stores.
Breaking news here in Metro Atlanta.
This is a hostage situation.
Rethink how you get breaking news. With Local News Live, you get the big national stories direct from local reporters. Reporters who know the streets and the people. Authentic, unfiltered, live where the story is. Stay close, stay connected, because the big breaking stories are best told by those who live it.
Local News Live, always streaming on all 12 News digital platforms.
I'm Josh Riley, and I approve this message.
Mark Molinaro doesn't respect you enough to be honest. The fact is, Molinaro has voted against abortion rights 13 times.
So you voted against putting Roe v. Wade into law?
Correct, yes. I voted against that
13 times. Molinaro has voted to strip away abortion rights and jail doctors. But for Molinaro, that's not enough. He would ban abortion nationwide, even in New York. Go to MolinaroFacts.com for the truth.
Changing the way the world views individuals with Down syndrome and other disabilities is our mission here at Gigi's Playhouse Southern Tier. We offer direct, educational, and therapeutic programs for everyone, regardless of age or disability.
Gigi's Playhouse helped me to meet new people.
Our custom programs work towards advancing literacy, math, motor skills, muscle tone, self-esteem, preparing for the workforce, and much more.
Gigi's Playhouse helped me meet new friends and communicate better.
And I love doing the art and gratitude and like cooking.
My favorite is sign language.
The positive and uplifting environment of Gigi's Playhouse will empower our participants to reach their very best, and our resources will help foster acceptance, awareness, and networks for families and friends.
Gigi's Playhouse is fun. I like to be here with all my friends.
Oh yeah, it was great, and I'm doing a lot of stuff. Great job.
And the best part, our programs are completely free. Cost will not be a barrier to achievement. If you'd like to join our program, come visit us in the Oakdale Commons in Johnson City. To learn more, call 607-217-4035 or visit gigisplayhouse.com/Southern Tier.
I love Gigi.
This is the Jeff Kai's Auto Sports Desk.
The Blue Devils are ready to take the turf at its new home. The Bearcats christened the court at its new permanent home. And a jet is landing again in the 607. This is the Sports Desk.
This preseason playbook is sponsored by Leprino Foods.
Last year, Moravia High School won the Section 4 8-man football championship, but was a win short of its ultimate goal. 12 Sports' Keith Savage spoke with the Blue Devils in the latest edition of preseason playbooks about how they're gearing up to claim the top spot this season in all of New York State.
The Blue Devils losing in the New York State Championship left a sour taste in their mouths. Seniors Thomas Palmer and Scott Raymond believe what they bring to the team this season can help them be crowned champions in 2024.
I think me is more like mentally about like being a leader and knowing all the plays and everything. I'm not the strongest like or the fastest guy in the room, but I think I can put my skills out on the field pretty well.
For me, it's physicality. You just got to watch out for when the ball's snapped and where I'm headed to.
The Blue Devils are also debuting a brand new turf this season. For head coach Fred Ott, he's excited about the team now being able to play all year under the Friday Night Lights.
The last few years, I've always brought the portable lights in to get at least one Friday night game. Community seems to love it. So I think that to me is even more important than the turf. The turf's awesome, but having those lights is just a great thing for the community, and getting those Friday night lights going, it's going to be awesome.
The 2024 season is also a farewell year for two coaches. Scott Bauman has spent more than 2 decades on Moravia's sideline. His love for the school is more than just skin deep.
I bleed blue, and everybody kind of coincides me with that because I've coached many different sports over my longevity.
Assistant coach Ken Palmer is also retiring after 33 years of coaching. This last group of Blue Devils holds special meaning for him. His son Thomas is playing as a senior.
This whole group I've coached since they were 6 years old. So I did flag football all the way up through with this group. So this is my group. This is last year's group. I always told them they were my state champion group, but we didn't quite get there last year.
That quest for a state championship begins against a familiar foe, rival Groton, a game that the coaches have circled in the calendar for several reasons.
Kind of ran it up on us a little bit, and we were like, we'll have something for them next year. Got back to the Section 4 championship, but prior to that, we had to play them, and they were hyping them up all year. Number 2 in the state. We got a chance to play them at their homecoming. They saved our homecoming, their senior game, their unveiling of the field, and we got out there to go out there, and we dominated 60-6. It was beautiful.
The Blue Devils will debut the new turf and take on their rival September 27. Keith Savage, 12 Sports, Cuyahoga County.
We wrapped up our Week of Champions here, but our preseason playbooks continue after the Labor Day weekend. We take a trip to the Valley and check in with the Warriors. Shenango Valley is looking to take Section 4 by surprise in 2024. We hear from the team on Tuesday. Bearcats women's volleyball opening up 2024 at home and in its new permanent home. The ladies will take the court of the Bearcats Sports Complex for all of its home matchups this year, including the 3-match, 2-day tradition that is the Bearcat Classic. This will be the 3rd year in a row that the Bearcats begin the year with the Classic. Binghamton took home the title last season, finishing the tournament a perfect 3-0. The Bearcats opened up on Friday morning with a matchup with Merrimack. It would be a clean sweep. Bearcats taking all 3 sets, 25-16, 25-14, and 25-23 for the Bearcats win. Ellie Shabort with 10 kills to lead the way. Lottie Scully added 28 assists, and Svetlana Ilieva 10 digs for the win to start the season for Binghamton. But the Bearcats not as fortunate in the nightcap. Toledo taking down the Cats 3-0. Binghamton back on the court at Dr. Bailey Court tomorrow. That, again, 1:30 p.m. And the Rumble Ponies are wrapping up a road series in New England. Binghamton getting a new face in the lineup for its playoff push, though. The Mets, number 2 rated prospect, Jet Williams, landing back in the Southern Tier. Jet was activated off the 60-day injured list on Friday and got a chance to speak with the media before the Ponies game in Hartford.
It's been great. I haven't had a problem with anything, so, just kind of think the big thing to end this year is just kind of go out there and end each game healthy. Honestly, just go out there and have fun is the big thing now.
As for his return, Williams singled on the very first pitch he saw Friday night. Jet 1 for 3 in the game, a pair of strikeouts, though, as well. Ponies would not get the win. Cameron Foster gave up 2 earned in 3 innings pitched, and the Yard Goats win 3-0. Don't go anywhere, though. We have one final story for you after the break.
In everything I do,
I'm gonna dominate this season.
Work hard, don't complain.
This is going to be the best year.
Take it in.
Yet.
And give it all out.
Well, damn, let's just get it started.
I'm trying to reclaim my life, but so much of it is gone.
You got me.
Accept the things you cannot change.
I did what you asked. You told me to make a choice.
All-American Homecoming. New episode this Monday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
You see the First Alert weather deck built by Dan Brown Construction every day on 12 News. Tim sees his Trex deck built by Dan Brown Construction every day in his backyard. And Eileen sees hers in her backyard every day. And Caitlin and her family see it in their backyard every day. And Brad enjoys his every day in his backyard. As a Trex Pro Platinum dealer, we are proud to deliver the quality and finish every one of these homeowners deserves. Ready to see a deck in your backyard? Give us a call.
Today, we are honored to share a few stories about people who made up the fabric of our incredible community.
Having a place to call home can be challenging, and some only see it as a dream. But Broome County Habitat for Humanity can turn that dream into a reality, building and providing safe and affordable homes for families right here in Broome County. We believe in giving people a hand up, not a hand out. Our partner families work hard, both building their homes and must meet income eligibility requirements. With every home we build, we create opportunities for families to thrive. Each new home means another family gets the chance to dream bigger, live healthier, and feel safer. It's more than just a house. It's a home filled with the possibilities of tomorrow. We believe in the power of community. Our volunteers come together to build not just homes, but a stronger and more hopeful future. Join us in making a tangible difference. Your time and effort can change lives and transform Broome County. Are you ready to apply for a mortgage or want to learn how you can help? Visit our website or give us a call today. Broome County Habitat for Humanity. Building homes, building community, building hope.
From the nicest man in Mayberry.
I'm an honest man and an honest sheriff.
To the biggest mouth in Queens.
You're gonna love this!
You won't find a better sheriff.
Whoa, shucks.
Or a worse neighbor.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life.
The Andy Griffith Show, weeknights at 8.
I think you're the best sheriff in the whole world.
And All in the Family, Sundays at 8.
Get lost.
Weekends and weeknights on Binghamton's MeTV.
Finally here at 11, if it's not too hot where you live, and Connor, it's not hot enough here, I want summer to remain. Tomorrow might be the perfect day to enjoy your breakfast, lunch, or dinner outside. That's because Saturday is National Eat Outside Day. Hit up your favorite restaurant and insist on the outdoor tables, but you can also enjoy al fresco dining by simply packing a picnic basket for the park or the beach, or go grilling out in your own backyard. Having a meal from your local food truck also counts. Eat Outside Day encourage you to get some fresh air while enjoying your meal, because food, well, just tastes better open underneath an open sky.
Yeah, tomorrow for us will not be a good idea to do that unless you want to get soaking wet. That's just my 2 cents there.
Grill, tune in to Southern Tier Kickoff tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. And thank you for joining us tonight here at 11. Come back, 12 News. We have the Southern Tier Kickoff again, 11:30 here before the Big Ten on CBS. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend.